Howdy, folks. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, the Mighty Bjorn, and today for you, I have a Bjorn's Mighty Thoughts video. Going to be taking some time today and talking about Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. Now, before I really dive into this, I am going to admit openly that I am not a huge fan of Stalker. I can't sit here and say that. When the Stalker games came out and they were popular, I was a console gamer, not a PC gamer. Since then, I've gone back to PC gaming, but either ways, so I kind of missed out on the Stalker hype. And honestly, even though I've fussed with it, I haven't played Stalker Anomaly that much. Now, with that being said, I am a bit of a fan of the Metro series. I liked the Metro games, especially uh, the first one, Metro Redux, as well as Metro Exodus. I thought Metro Exodus was really well done for a more modern game, even though I felt Redux was actually the better game. But that's neither here nor there. But I heard a while ago about a Stalker 2 coming out, and I finally got to see, I've been keeping an eye on it, and I finally got to see a trailer. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to play through the trailer, and then I'm going to back the trailer up and give my opinions about what I see and what I think looks great. So just bear with me, folks. Let's get this trailer underway.
After years of work, a group of scientists managed to tap into the noosphere, the Earth's informational field. An achievement comparable at best to the conquest of space.
Don't want the innocent to suffer? Then help me find the culprit.
And who the fuck are you?
And what do we have a decade later? The Zone, in our image, after our likeness. My men are still lying out there, and I can't even bury them.
Died in an anomaly. Shot by loners. Found with a stone around his neck. Thrown off a cliff. Torn apart by dogs. You cannot kill God. Just like you cannot get rid of the sky up above. I am blind, but it is you who cannot see.
All right, folks, let me make some adjustments here. We'll back trailer up. I'll talk a little bit about it. And I'm definitely going to want some. The thing I want to start with before I get the trailer going, though, is out of what you've seen so far for Stalker 2, for you actual Stalker fans. What is your opinions? Are you excited to see Stalker 2? Do you think it's going to be good, etc.? I'm going to dive on in here as I play through the trailer. I'll pause it at certain moments to point out some key things. Now I want to start out with, the fact that it's dark and dank and looks underground. That kind of, that reminds me of a lot of Metro. And if I understand things correctly, Metro kind of spawned as a break off from Stalker. So this is actually fairly familiar to me in certain regards, especially even the anomalies. But let's get this going again. Made in Ukraine. Does that really matter? All right, so we got some wicked shit going on here to start it off. So we do get some premise of the story, of what the story is going to focus around, I guess. Because I'm guessing some way, somehow, that character's going to, or what the events that happen there is going to be the driving force of what gets the character going through the events of Stalker 2.
After years of work, a group of...
Okay, so we got some more dark, dank stuff, and honestly, this just, like, if someone showed me this, like, if I didn't play Stalker or Metro Exodus, and if someone shot me a message and say, hey, look at this new screenshot for Metro Exodus, I couldn't tell you the difference, because it looks like Metro Exodus to me, right off the bat, the lighting, everything.
Scientists managed to tap into the noosphere, the Earth's informational field.
Now, I have to admit, this looked wicked cool to me.
An achievement comparable at best.
A little bit of shotgun gunplay to please the fans of shotguns out there. Of course, I'm a shotgun fan.
To the conquest of space.
Now, this part is familiar with me. I'm like I said, I haven't played a lot of Stalker, but this is familiar to me. Throwing the bolts to essentially trip the anomalies so you can find out where they are. Yeah, I mean, it looks great. The anomalies actually looks really good. The part I really like the most is actually this part here. Just looked wicked cool.
Don't want the innocent to suffer? Then help me find the culprit.
Okay, so this is familiar to me from Will to Live Online. Like, I don't know if you guys ever played Will to Live Online. It's a free-to-play Stalker-inspired game, online game. I actually have a review of it on my YouTube channel. It's a lot of fun, grindy as hell. But this looks like, this reminds me of that, which I'm sure it originally comes from Stalker in the first place. Probably from one of the really, really, really early ones. What was the first one? Shadows of Chernobyl? Now, I do have to point out that the guns look very authentic. I mean, right here we have the Makarov. A bit ago, they had the PP-19 Keter, which is just a little PDW, 9mm PDW. The gun graphics looks really good, really authentic, and pretty close to scale. At least to the character.
Who the fuck are you?
Now, this part here I thought was interesting. One, this AK doesn't have its dust cover. Not a lot of games you see that kind of stuff. Escape from Tarkov comes to mind. The other thing is, too, is he's trying to work the action in the chamber around, and he's struggling. So this gives me the thought that weapon condition is going to be a factor, which it also was in Metro Exodus, although it was such a nuisance in Metro Exodus. It seemed like I was cleaning my guns nonstop. But I think this is a nice little detail, give you a more real feel, survival horror to it, because you'll be doing something, enemy go to jump you, you go to pull the trigger on your Kalashnikov, and it doesn't do shit because it's, too mucked up to function. I think it's a nice detail.
And what do we have a decade later? The Zone, in our image, after hour.
Anyway, who is this? Is this guy familiar from any of the previous Stalker games? Comment down below. I'm actually interested to find that out, if he actually is in any of the previous ones and who he is. Because they don't really kind of set that pace here.
Likeness.
Okay, so you got some healing there. Very basic healing. That's kind of what, once again, God, I know I'm going to say Metro Exodus a lot, but since that's the most current Metro game, and that's the most recent one I've played, yeah, very Metro-like when it comes to the healing there. Now, the one thing that's cool here is weapon optics. So we're going to be able to put weapon optics on the guns. That'll be cool. And this looks like an EO tech, I want to say. It's a holographic either way.
My men are still lying out there, and I can't even bury them.
Now, what we got here? It looked like an M4 or an M27 maybe.
Died in an anomaly. Shot by loners.
Of course, there's a Makarov pistol.
Found with a stone
How can you have
around
any
his
game
neck,
set near
thrown
Russia
off a cliff,
and not have
torn
Makarov
apart by
pistols?
dogs.
Now, this part I thought was great. A game, finally, that has a semi-proper reload technique for an AK. That's one of the... There's like 3 different recommended ways to reload and chamber an AK, and this is one of them. And for the shorty, the AK-74S, or wait, AKS-74U, that's actually like the most likely way you're going to want to reload it, is to actually, flip the gun over or reach over top the gun and then pull the charging handle back. I kind of wonder what the AK-47s are going to look like, because those are typically recommended to go under the rifle to pull the charging handle back. Not very many games get it right. S.T.A.L.K.E.R from Tarkov does. I'll give that credit.
You cannot kill.
And then, once again, here we go. We got the dark, dank, underground stuff. Yeah, once again, reminds me of Metro Exodus.
God. Just like you cannot get rid of the sky up.
Now, this definitely looks cool. You got the red what is that? The Red Forest, where, or I believe this is supposed to be the Red Forest of Ukraine. So that's kind of cool. This also reminds me of S.T.A.L.K.E.R from Tarkov, the way the buildings look and the way they're kind of trashed, and the terrain and everything else. So, and of course, there's even some parts where I could say, yeah, this also kind of reminds me of Arma, because Arma has a lot of mods, maps, etc., that is set in like Ukraine, Europe, that part of Europe, the more eastern part of Europe, if you will. And, this kind of just reminds me of that. I think it looks great, to be honest.
Above.
I like how everything's flowing.
I am blind, but it is you.
I have to say the lighting, even though the lighting is shit, the lighting is good. Like, the lighting is shit that it's really dark, but it looks realistic. I like it.
Let's see.
But so there it is, folks. That is, I honestly think Stalker 2 is going to be really good. It looks really good. And I'm definitely really interested in it myself. I will probably be grabbing this because it does look like it's going to be really good. I've had a lot of people actually tell me that the Stalker games are really good. I've just personally haven't been able to get into them. And there's a lot here that reminds me of Metro Exodus, and I really, really liked Metro Exodus. So I think I'm going to end up actually really liking this, and I think I'm going to get it. It looks good. But hey, comment your opinions down below. I'm definitely interested in hearing what everyone has to say, especially those who are, the Stalker veterans, the ones who have played the older Stalker games. I'm definitely really curious of what those people would have to say about Stalker 2. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video, and have yourself a wonderful day.